in front of something that's causing the problem because you're out of position. So when you do your telemark to semi, make sure that you're stepping out in a sighted forward direction, diagonal line and wall. Most guys have a habit of pulling away from their partner on that last step of the telemark, and it really screws it up. He needs to be sure that he's driving into her, you're trading places, and you're both stepping out here to semi-closed position, diagonal line and wall. A lot of fellas will overturn that and he'll go out here. You've separated from your partner and now it's really difficult to get into the next thing. You've separated. Keep your Velcro together. You have Velcro here and he has Velcro there, keep it intact. So when we do our telemark, 1, 2, 3, we're still tummy to tummy. Then the natural hover fall away, forward, forward turning, natural hover fall away, and recover back. Turns a quarter. Our Velcro is still together. Slip pivot, back, slip, and step to banjo. Our Velcro is still there, but it's slipped just a little tiny bit because of going to banjo. Okay? So pick up. So chair, recover, pick up. He's not really doing a slip. Okay?
And you're not really stepping for the pickup. Okay, I thought I was stepping for the pickup.
Chair, recover, pick up. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Then when we do a chair and slip, the difference is body rotation and where you end up facing. Chair and slip, 1, 2, 3, he wants to end up facing diagonal center. Because if they do a chair, recover, pick up, they want you to be able to go down line. That's the reason it's cued that way. Chair and slip is to set you up diagonal center. Okay? And I saw some of you doing the same thing on both things. Okay? So let's try to, but with sway. Okay? Because if we were to just take a step to semi-closed, we would be here. That's semi-closed. In ballroom, they use the word promenade for semi-closed. But when you do a promenade sway, the reason it's called a promenade sway is because you're taking that step to promenade, but then you're stretching out, making a sway line between you. Okay? So when you step to promenade sway, you're going to take your step and it's a little stretch out. So ladies, you should be stretching your left side and the men should be stretching his right side. Kind of like if there was this great big pole sitting in front of you and you wanted to look around and see on the other side. Okay? Let's try. I'm dying. I've got 3 layers on. I'd like to take a few off. So, when we are in our promenade sway, we are in a very nice, good, semi-closed position. Now the difference between semi-closed and closed is primarily the head. Because see where we are, and see where we are when we're enclosed. There's very little difference other than the head. So if we do a promenade sway, And now we're gonna bring our ladies into a closed position with that body rotation and lower back down, swaying the other direction. So now our stretch is on the other side. And you're looking at left instead of right. Men are looking left both times. Okay, here. He is rotating his upper body. That's what's bringing me to closed position. And girls, look at my right foot when he brings me to closed position. My foot is swiveling on the floor. And some of you are trying to just stand there. You need to let that foot swivel so that it can take you into that oversway. So promenade and change your sway. Okay, reverse on the outside change. He's going to step back. He's turning left, taking the ladies right along with him. You're in closed position on that second step. And then the third step is either going to go to banjo or semi, whichever the case may be. So banjo would be here. Okay? Whiplash, closed position. Believe it or not, the whiplash ends in closed position. If you want to go to banjo, that is a modification. The true figure, you're going to both step through in semi-closed position, and now he's going to do his little upper body rotation to bring the ladies to closed. So it's just a swivel and point, basically, to finish your whiplash. And it is done quickly, why it's called a whiplash. Of course, then we have dances that Kurt writes that has slow whiplashes that take 2 measures.
That Kurt wrote, yeah.
How do you do a 2-measure slow whiplash? That's a through fan point to me.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll show you at the break.
So whiplash is 1, 2, and hold.
So the guy's only doing one weight change?
So it's the ladies. One weight change.
I'm swiveling.
One weight change and bring her to closed position. You should end up diagonal line dancing wall. Okay. So the difference being that the ladies are going to turn a little bit farther so that you end up in banjo so that you can step outside of him. But it's the same action of both stepping through. He's going to rotate me around here, but instead of stopping in closed, we're going to go a little farther so that we end up in a banjo position so that my foot is on the outside of his. So it's just the amount of rotation that you're doing. But if somebody cues you to do a whiplash, you need to go to closed. Now, if the next thing they cue has you in banjo, you can tweak it to go into the banjo position. But legally, it should be cued whiplash to banjo because it's not really the position of the ending figure.
And when you finish the whiplash, you should be diagonal wall.
Diagonal line wall, yeah. So if we do a whiplash to banjo, it's going to be 1. I did it wrong. Overs for me.
Something didn't feel right.
They didn't because I did it wrong. Whiplash, banjo.
Okay.
There again, girls.
Mm-hmm.
Get this head turned left because by turning that head to the left, it puts you where you need to be. Back whisk. Because it's a foxtrot figure borrowed into waltz. It's called open reverse turn, which is nothing more than the first measure of a diamond turn. So you guys know how to do a diamond turn. 1, 2, 3. That's also called an open reverse turn. So that one measure is open reverse turn. Reverse turn because it's turning left. Open because your feet are open, okay, instead of closing your feet. So open reverse turn, 1, 2, 3. Hover corte, he's gonna keep backing up. Okay, again. It's like doing a foxtrot figure, except they changed the name so that they could legally do it in waltz. So in foxtrot, this is called a feather finish
with a check.
with a check. A feather finish. He goes back, you turn to the left side, and you go forward. That's your feather finish in foxtrot. But in waltz, if you do that, it's called an open finish. Okay? So trailing foot free, open finish, back, side, forward to banjo. So that's open finish. From there, you're gonna turn, he's gonna continue to move forward, so we go into a telemark descent. Okay, so let's do that one time as the open finish. Except the word check should give you a clue. So he is going to do his outside check. He's going to step back, he's going to turn and step side, but that last step as he goes forward, it's a forward step, but we're checking our motion because whatever we do after an outside check, he's going to back up. Back whisk. So the word check in the name of the figure is telling you that last step, you stop your motion and go a different direction than normal travel. And that's the definition of a check. Okay? Not necessarily opposite, but a different direction. Okay?